Hi, so my name is Celeste Pantoja, and today I'm going to be talking about how cultural competency is extremely important throughout the social work profession and in many other professions. So, working in social work gives the opportunity to work with many different genders, races, personalities, and more. According to the cultural competency visited, cultural competency means to be able to understand a person. You should be able to understand other factors about them, such as gender, sexuality, social class, and more. Um, in other words, I really feel like it just means that you should be respectful and be able to educate yourself on information about different cultures and stuff that doesn't really have to relate to you, more about other people. Promoting cultural competency is extremely important to me because it gives people the opportunity to feel safe and understood. I feel that if a social worker was helping and working with someone but knew little to none about their background, it would probably make the person feel very uncomfortable because you're trying to help them but know nothing about it. So now to talk about reasons why cultural proficiency is so important in social work. According to the journal Indigenous People in the Social Work Profession, they talked a lot about how there's a ton of different people in the United States. They actually stated the U.S. society is rapidly becoming more diverse, and along with this growing becomes divergent beliefs, norms, and value systems. So I believe that because of this, working in social work profession means that obviously you're going to meet a very big amount of different people, and you're going to be helping all these people. So as the journal talks about, it says that basically they were stating how different everyone else is in the U.S. compared to how you are, and which obviously is true. So I feel like cultural proficiency relates back to that because you need to be able to get comfortable with other cultures and learn more about it. Another reason why I think cultural proficiency is so important is because of how much social workers are advocating. Social workers are known for helping people in need and using their voices on topics to be heard and inform one another. As discrimination is a problem throughout the United States, having knowledge on cultures will be able to help you in your workspace and out. You can relate all of this back to like the outer, like just the regular world, and use your information that you already know to help advocate and help others realize that discrimination is wrong and explain why it is. Also, the journal called Organizational Awareness, it is a missing generalist social work competency. They really talk about how cultural proficiency is important because of the leadership role that social workers play. They say that being able to have some related knowledge will allow people to have more of impact and influence on their organizations and agencies. So because of this, social workers obviously do have a lot of leadership because social workers do have such a basic knowledge on culture, which helps them give it to other people and inform one another. They are using their leadership role to guide other people in the right direction to understand it all too and get them on the same boat. Another huge reason as to why social workers should all be comfortable with cultural proficiency is because of the support that they give to one another. Social workers have a lot to do with supporting other people, and because of this, I know it helps and to be comfortable with cultural proficiency. You can use it when talking to other people, and obviously you will need it eventually in the topics you're talking about. So it would just help people in general all get comfortable with it because of how much you're supporting them. If I were to make an organization I would have a cultural competency role, meaning I would want everyone to constantly know about multiculturalism and be able to advocate for it. Because everyone knows a lot about it and we are working for it, I feel that you should be able to inform other people and use it to benefit. If you hear someone ever discriminating against anyone throughout the organization, I would hope you would be able to stand up for them, not even just in your organization, throughout. But I would hope you'd be able to stand up for them, inform others about what they're saying is wrong and why it is. Also, according to my organization, I would have discrimination policies. This means if I catch anyone being discriminating against anyone, you will be punished and fired by the organization. Because social work is such a profession where you are working with all different types of people, I feel like discrimination is a zero tolerant. It should not be accepted at all. And I feel like if any staff member for the organization were to have been a witness and see another staff member discriminating against anyone, that person that heard should be the one to, if the other person didn't tell me, that person that heard should be the one to maybe try to stop in, jump in the conversation, explain that they shouldn't be saying that, and then it should be reported to me within 24 hours. If not, if it does not get reported and I were to have found out about it, there would be consequences distributed to the person who was saying it and to whoever heard and did not report it, only because that is the bystander effect. Another way I would like to help my workspace with discrimination would be by hosting short monthly meetings to be able to discuss the important culture and how different people are. Being there, it also is a good time for people in the organization to get comfortable and talk to one another and to learn more about each other. So thank you for listening.